Well, hello everybody. How are you? How are you? My name is Wayne, and yes, you're still watching Inside Montclair. There's been a lot of interesting things going on lately, a lot of things that are not going on lately also. But every once in a while, I try to bring a very special episode. The gentleman sitting right over here, if you don't know him, I don't know why you don't know him. You should by now. I'm going to have a little casual chat because Philippe Valy, the international French artist, is joining me today. Philippe, first of all, as the trucks go by, how are you?
Fantastic. Today is beautiful.
You did it just for us, yes.
And yeah, because
They know what we're doing.
How many months we have a nightmare, I believe.
It's been a rough year, but we have a pleasant horizon, which is, by the way, we're allowed to be outside and we can have our masks here, but outside we're going to be okay with all this. But here's the thing. This guy over here, he might be leaving us. And I think that's kind of an interesting topic for us just to start talking. You've been in Montclair for how long?
Okay, exactly for almost 30 years.
30?
30, yes.
Wow,
30.
okay. What made you come to here in the first place, United States?
All right, so I was living in a Caribbean island in St. Martin.
St. Martin, okay.
And as you know, I have my gallery in St. Martin, and as you know, St. Martin is a lot of American going vacation. So I meet a lot of American people. They come in my gallery, and one day a couple come from New Jersey, and they see one of my painting. I maybe you see the painting. It was homage of Christopher Columbus discovering America. Okay, and they see the painting. They said, "Oh, we buy the painting." They want to buy the painting, so they buy the painting. We talk, blah, 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 blah.
This is before you came here?
Just before.
Okay.
And the guy, he gave me the business card. He said, "Listen, Philippe, are you ready to come in America?" I said, "Well, you know, I dream about many times, but one day I'm going to go, but I don't know what day exactly." He said, "Probably more fast than what you think, because the painting is going to be in the lobby of the Columbus Hospital in New Jersey, in Bloomfield Avenue, I think.
Yeah.
And I am the president of the Columbus Foundation, which is the one to organize the big event in New York.
This is how he actually came here, folks, just so you know. This is the story at the beginning of this.
So I'm going to try to be short, and they invite me officially for the Columbus Day. And now you see myself.
Were you in the parade?
In the parade, inside.
He was in a parade too. Come on.
Inside the boat, the Santa Maria.
Yes.
Next
really?
to me, Joe Pesci.
The actor?
Yes, and we drop a sweet to people. So I always
You would think we'd ask him to go home after that happened, but he was invited to stay.
Yeah. So I said, I always said, if people ask me, why you come here? I said, because I am the reincarnation of Christopher Columbus. I come like a Christopher Columbus with the Santa Maria.
All right, now look, that's how he got here.
Yeah.
But he has been here 30 years, as he had mentioned, and he had a number of different art studios, different locations. I think some of your first ones may have been on Church Street, is that true?
Church,
when you first started here?
Absolutely, yes.
What was it like to be there?
Because, okay, for 1 year I live in Montclair and I do nothing. I just look and see what I can do, because people said to me, "Oh, Montclair is an art town."
It is an artist town, yes.
It was.
And we have a lot of trains going by too.
Art town. So I said, that's my town. So I stayed. And for 1 year I look and I see what I can do. And I found a space. I make a deal with the owner at that period of time, and I opened the gallery.
What was it like being there?
But after 1 year,
Yeah.
he decided to put the rent in the roof.
Welcome to Montclair. Yes, that happens.
Yes. So because I started to make some stuff, and he said, "Oh." So I decided. I said, no more. I changed. I found it in South Philadelphia. I sold that space.
All right, so he was on Church Street for a year or two, maybe, I think, something like that?
Yeah, 2 years.
And he was getting himself involved with all kinds of art there. And I think at some point you were even doing some classes. Weren't you also teaching?
I do classes,
for a
yes.
while?
I do classes, and I think you want to come in the store one day. So I always do my my
Nice
studio.
around, the train's going by.
Yes.
Look over there too.
I always make my studio in front of the window. I love that because people from inside they see me painting. They close the window.
I think watching an artist paint is something that you don't really get a chance to see too often either.
Yeah. So anyway, one day I was doing my painting and in front of me it was that tree.
A tree.
A dead tree.
On the sidewalk in front of his window, out his window, was this dead tree. The story gets better, trust me.
And the tree was not straight, it was like that.
A tilted tree.
And I said, oh my God, that tree talked to me. He was talking to me. I said, he's dead, but the spirit of the tree was talking to me.
The spirit of the tree was talking to him. Only that happens to this guy, just so you know. Okay, what'd you do with that? This is a famous story.
So one day I can't take anymore. So one night, it was not morning anymore in the street.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I put my lighting,
Some lights on the tree?
Yes, no, next to the tree.
Oh, next to the tree.
And I start to carve the tree.
Started to carve the tree.
Yes. But
I'm talking just in case you can't hear.
yeah, don't forget, the tree is the owner is the town. That tree is
So you're playing with town's property.
dead property.
The dead property tree. This is famous. Pay
Yes.
attention.
So I start to carve the tree, and everybody come and they go crazy. The children bring the parents bring the children. So I carve the tree and I see myself. But it was 50% with me,
Yeah.
but another 50% against me. And that 50% against me was the people in charge of the tree maintenance in Montclair.
So what he's trying to say is, as he started to work on this dead tree in front of his studio on Church Street, which actually belongs to the town, a lot of people thought it was a fantastic artistic endeavor, but he got a little bit of flack from the town people about what he was doing with it. But one of the things that I loved about this particular exhibit is what you added onto it, because you titled this a certain thing. What did you call it?
Okay, I see the impact, if you want, for the children and everything. So I make an announcement in a moment of time, at a period of time, and I said I would like every children to bring me something, not big, or something like a small piece of toy or stuff like that. You understand? And now you have all the children come, and I put that
On the tree.
on the tree.
So what was happening, just in case you can't hear us again, that he had children volunteer to get some kind of object that Valy was going to put it on the tree. And if I remember, you almost called it the garbage tree.
Yes.
Was that the official name eventually?
No, the official name is like it was like the spirit of the tree.
The spirit of the tree. Whatever happened to that?
All right, so we make the story short because for months and months and months I fight with the town.
But you kept on adding things to it, right?
Yes, yes. And the people make a petition. It was incredible. So that's what art is about.
Yes.
This flat, nobody talk about. It's not nothing.
I think you once told me art also is controversy.
Absolutely.
Controversy
Absolutely.
on so many levels, where people talk about it one way and then
Yeah.
talk about it another way.
Yes.
But the tree was fantastic. As a matter of fact, I remember there was something on there, some kind of bell or whistle,
Yes.
some kind of noisemaker on the tree,
And
right?
One
Really cool.
child bring to me the inside of a toy, or you push it, the music start.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
I put that in like that, and everybody come and push to them for some of the music. It was fantastic.
That was just one example of how unique this guy is. One other thing that happens in town that he's totally responsible for, we were trying to, and I say we because I was still in Montclair at that time, to recognize art in Montclair.
Yeah.
And to make it a little bit more official than just maybe this town, maybe take it to the entire state of New Jersey. What happened with one of our past governors? What'd you do? Governor
Well,
Christopher
I
Lee?
sent one letter and I said, listen, I would like to make one day of art in Montclair.
An official day of art.
An
official day of art.
And I decided the day and everything. It was, I think, the July 5th or something like that. I read it. And
Yeah, it was
the
around July.
governor write to me. He said, oh, that's a fantastic idea, and I declare that day of art in New Jersey.
Did you hear that? This particular day was declared Art Day in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Not just Montclair, but the whole state because of him, and the governor went along with that, and it became an
Yes.
official thing.
Yes.
I think I have the proclamation somewhere on my wall somewhere.
And the thing is, so the next year, I start to make a big deal in Montclair. I try to convince people everywhere in Nigeria to do that, which is mean it was that each artist, musician, every artist have the right to be in a street exhibition, in a window of shopping, make a music. You understand?
So it was more of a catalyst to get more art on many different levels, music, art, painting, etc., to get involved with the town, get in the street, show off their work, get involved, let people see what you do.
Yeah, so we do that. It was fantastic. I take lady two. They go and interview the people to exhibit in the street, and we make a big deal. After that, believe it or not,
Yeah,
no more. They never do it.
that was
Until
the only year that happened.
until now. So a few years ago, I go to the city hall and with my declaration official declaration from the governor, and I said, listen, it's supposed to be one day her the guy in charge before, which is
We're not going to name no names.
yeah. Look at me and said, oh, we have the idea to do that. I said, yes, but you don't need to have any more idea because everything is there.
It's already done. You already had it. You already had it done. They're still trying to talk him into it.
That, and so I stopped.
All right. Well, that's just a couple examples
tree.
over the.
I come back to the tree.
It's only a half-hour show.
Yeah, no, I come back to the tree. The town come and said, Philippe, we need to cut the tree to put a new one. I said, okay, if you cut the tree, I want the tree.
So you took it, and actually,
I put in a window and I said it to somebody, is in Miami.
the tree's alive and well and dead at the same time.
Yes.
It's just an example of how art transcends everything else. And speaking of that, I know you ended up going to another area also, I think South Fulton, and you were doing great exhibits there. By the way, I happen to have gone to many art openings, so besides just this gentleman highlighting his own work, he supported other artists.
Oh, yeah.
And there were many opening receptions for artists at that location, and actually at all locations. And that's one of the things that Montclair is famous for, and they're famous for it because this guy helps that along. Now, I want to jump to something else.
Yes.
You got some kind of drama desk award situation happening in New York. Quickly tell me about that. What was that
Yeah,
about?
I was recommended to the president of the Drama Desk Award, which is in Broadway, the award for Broadway show of Broadway.
Drama desk awards are a yearly thing, and this gentleman was part of it.
Yeah.
I was at that particular day when you actually had your exhibit
Yeah.
in the city, in Port Authority.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's nothing to do with
But this is that was
It's
something
after.
else. What do I know? That's why he's here. All right, so tell me more about the.
So the Drama Desk Award, they love me. The president said to me, listen, can you do something the day of the award? I said, okay, I can do in a red carpet, no problem. I designed something special for the event, and I have one idea. I want every nominee and every star invited to sign what I. The guy go crazy. He said, oh my God.
I happen to have seen that afterwards, and the photographs. We had Jane Fonda. We
Dolly Parton.
right, and a bunch of famous guys that were part of theater and drama. They were all signing his dress, his outfit.
Yes.
Whatever happened to that?
Okay, so that happened. We decided with the president, which is no more involved with the Drama Desk now, but he's also in a business, that type of business, and I'm going to leave everything to him because I have all the rest.
Yeah.
And he's going to organize one type of auction for each piece, and one big part of the money is going to go for a foundation for artists
To help artists.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. You see, most people that are involved with the field always try to look out for other people and try to help each other out. And sometimes when you have a special person that does a special show, it could benefit other people. Now, we've been talking about you being here at a couple of different locations, and the rumor is, and it might be a fact, that you might be leaving Montclair. I think he is.
I'm leaving.
Why? What
No,
happened?
I don't leave Montclair, I'm leaving America.
He's leaving America, right? It's not just Montclair. He's going across the pond.
Listen, I love, I said thank you. I'm very happy to have that period of my parkour, the most important parkour in America. Because with no America, I think it will be much more difficult for me to build with the reputation I have now. Okay, and I
But
say
wait,
thank
he
you.
has an international famous reputation besides just being here. I want to let everybody know that for sure.
But my point is, I'm not young anymore. You know that.
Yeah, I can
And-
see that. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, also something happened because the coronavirus, everything is stopped for me. I used to go in New York because everything is in New York almost for.
Actually, I just got to jump in here. It's really stopped for everybody.
Yeah.
One of the things that I used to do is cover a lot of town events. They stopped.
Yes.
Tried to talk to people individually, wasn't happening anymore.
Yeah.
So this is something that made you think about maybe other areas because it was not happening here
Well,
now.
in my country is not. I'm French. My country is not better than here. I mean, the coronavirus is in my country too.
I was going to say it's the same thing in
Yeah,
France.
Yeah, but I always have a contact. I always have some connection in Europe, and they want me to come because I have a few. I'm never going to tell you what is exactly, but
There's some projects that may be happening over there.
big
Big ones.
actually one I work now for a few months by phone from France.
Okay.
A writer start to write my life. Okay.
So you're going to invite me over to France so I can videotape this occasion, right?
Yes. and so it's exciting, and also I want to see my family. You know, it's like
You still have family there.
I still have a family.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
That's it. And
But let me say this. There's a lot of people out there that love you on many levels. I'm one of them.
thank you.
And I've experienced some things that I would never have had an opportunity if this guy wasn't part of it. What do you want to say to everybody as a farewell? Tell it over there.
I want to say thank you. Almost all the people from Montclair, okay, from the past and the new one, because Montclair is Montclair, okay.
Right.
The only thing I want to open a parenthesis about Montclair. I come in Montclair, you know that the time of Montclair was art town. Because not only the world, but it was a lot of gallery, remember?
We used to have maybe 12 or 13 galleries in
Yes.
town. I think we're down to one.
Yes. We used to have a lot of antique shop.
Yes, a
which
lot of
is
antique
art.
shops.
I used to go and find the stuff in antique. I love
We
it.
used to have great jazz clubs over here, like
Yes.
trumpets.
And like you said, maybe one or two gallery now. So art in Montclair is, for my concern, it's like dead.
It's not as strong as it used to be.
But remember, before they used to promote Montclair Art Town.
Right.
But I realized maybe that's for the stock, the real estate. It was good to say that.
It was a good selling point to have people move in.
Okay.
I just want to jump in before he totally finishes. There are still artists here.
Yeah.
They maybe don't have the opportunity of showing all of the Studio Montclair is a perfect example of that. They have a lot of artists that are involved, and they can't always have the same type of opening receptions and shows. But the point is still to support artists whenever you have an opportunity for it. And I think you always want to thank people for that too.
But you know the problem. I'm glad you talk about. I have nothing against the organization of art, but for one artist, it's not always the best way to go. Because artists, one, they are individual. And if you have a tendency to be with 100 to 200, 300 to other artists from the town, the one they wake up in the morning and they say, I'm an artist now,
Sometimes that gets lost in the whole real idea of
absolutely,
what art
you
is.
have no chance to be yourself anymore and to project something 100% of the way you feel, because you have a tendency to listen.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I don't want to go like that, but my point is, before Montclair Art Town. Why? Because a lot of antique and a lot of gallery.
Yes,
so
yes.
I show you, we can go at this place, this place, this place, and let's go. Now, it's a forks and knife town. Forks
Forks and Knife Town?
Yes, that's the way I call
What
it.
does that mean?
That means it's too much restaurant.
Too many restaurants. But wait a minute, I'm going to jump in on that for 1 second. It's like the United Nations. Sometimes that's pretty cool, but when it gets a little bit overpowering, it might be a little bit too much. But I think Montclair is still famous for other things. But your final thought to the guy watching and that girl watching right now?
Well, I'm pretty sure some people they agree with me because I sometimes talk with I go in church with a lot of people they have a business for a long time, and that's what they said. It's not like before. It's not like before.
Well, we all know that wherever he ends up going, it's going to be making a statement. Art, of course, will be related to that. And at some point, are we still going to be able to even be in touch with you? Are we going to get a chance to see
Absolutely.
you?
My body go, but my spirit stay.
Are you still going to be on something that most people find you on, sometimes Facebook? Are you still going to be part of
Oh
that?
yeah, definitely, and more.
Okay, so you'll be letting us know how to reach him.
Yeah.
And I believe this is actually going to be happening at the end of this month, which will be the end of March.
Yes.
So if you want to have any final farewells, reach out really quickly because he's not going to be here physically any longer. I want to say, with all the years I've been in town here, and it's been many, many years myself, the excitement, the idea of wanting to be around here has a lot to do with people like Philip. He makes you want to be part of something, and art is a great thing to be part of. I'm going to miss him. There's a lot of people that are going to miss him.
Oh, I'm going to talk about Montclair in my country because that's the story. I have my heart, my soul still here. You know, one part. And Montclair is for me a heart town.
Well, I think there's going to be quite a few other people besides myself trying to hook up with this gentleman and have a farewell speech. This is one of the rare times you'll ever actually see me not behind the camera. I just wanted to have people know that I want to be this close because I don't know when I'm going to be this close to him again. And that's why you see my face on camera.
I'm very touched with that because he's true. Never.
You never see me, you hear my voice, but you never really. By the way, I'm still hoping I'm in the frame here. I just set it up over there. So if you only see half of me, it still counts. Philip, Godspeed, best of love and energy to you. I am not going to say goodbye. I'm going to say see you soon.
Yes,
And keep art alive around the whole world.
absolutely. That's
A salute to you.
thank you again.
Au revoir for now.
Montclair.
Look for me. I'll be coming around your part of the new area soon. Until we meet again, my name is Wayne Robbins. I'll see you next time inside Montclair.